This is going to be part 2 of this session today, and now it's horizontal. Looks like my iPad overheated. It was feeling very hot. Let me know. Let's see. No, that's not it. Okay, I'm going back to my. Okay. Yeah, the sound is working now. Thank God. I have no idea what happened. Okay. Yeah, the sound is working now. Thank God. I have no idea what happened. Okay. Yeah, the sound is working. Okay, so we are going to wrap up this pattern here to finish today's session. Just okay. So where we were. So let me just review. I painted these brush strokes. I painted these brush strokes using 3/0 brush from Thoughtful Dots. And then I was saying, with no sound, that I was now going to use size 0, which is the next size up. And you can see that in this case, they both have the same length of hairs, but size 0 has probably twice as many hairs, something like that, as this one. So it's going to be able to pick up more paint, which is what we want to test now, right? So we want to pick up paint and paint the brush stroke, and we will see how now this next brush stroke is going to be thicker. And that's what I wanted to show you when Connie let me know that somehow I had lost sound. Okay, so let me show you. Here is, I'm going to use the next color of the gradient. So if that was the darkest one, this is the next one. And so I will immerse my brush in there and pick up paint. See how much it's almost about to drip now. Okay, so I'm going to count to my, and I will start from here. Again, this is going to be thicker now. Look at this. And there's bubbles. Okay. You can try with the brush. If that doesn't work, you can use, oh, yeah, sometimes they go away by themselves, or you can try a very thin needle, like this one I have here, to pop the bubbles. So again, going back into the pot for more paint. Go this side. So when I'm painting these sizes, I don't have guidelines here. I have to visually be referencing myself from the brush stroke that I just did. Oh, Connie, hi, welcome again. And we have Michael as well here. Hello. Okay, so Michael, we've been painting, and this is part 2 because I had lost sound and I had to come live again into another. Okay, so look, I'm putting this down. You can see that it's not as thick as this, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to dip it again and pick up more paint. Because I want to pick up as much as here. Again, this is not ideal, but this is now trying to fix this issue. Okay, this brush stroke is definitely not a very good one. There's a bubble there, and you can see that it's not smooth here. Like here is pretty smooth. Well, because of the paper, it's not very, very smooth. But here, this one has these like waves. The good thing about this issue is that we will be able to fix it easily. That's one of those things, and I don't want to call it a mistake because it's not a mistake. It's just it's just what happened. It's just what happened. So why to call it a mistake? That's what happened. The paint went in that shape and into that shape. Now, we might not like it, so we can say, oh, okay, I don't really love that, so let's see what we can do about it. But I don't want to call it a mistake. It's not a mistake. I don't even know if mistakes really exist. What are mistakes? Okay, so let's go to the next color of the gradient, which is this one here. And I'm going to use the same brush. Lunar high. And we have also Anuka. Are you drawing some kind of flowers? Yes, I am a mandala artist. And I am doing some, painting some flowers here, doing some brush strokes and showing how to do it. And what happens if you do something that then doesn't look so beautiful. So I'm picking now more paint with my brush here, see? And again, I'm coming approximately the same distance that I left between these two, I want to leave here. So I'm coming here and very slowly traveling with the paint. And again, let's pick up the same amount of paint, roughly, because obviously we cannot measure it, but, and then let's come here. Again, I am referencing what I'm doing on the right side with what I did on the left. So, okay, this one is not going very well either. You can see how it's much easier for me to draw them more perfectly or beautifully on this side than on this side. And again, it's because the hand, I'm just gonna see if I can fix that here. The hand is doing a completely different movement. Okay, that is awful, but okay, this is what's happening. The awful is my interpretation, but what's happening is that paint is going on the paper with this shape. Okay. Thank you for that heart. And thank you for being here, everyone. Hopefully this is, you're learning something or you're being inspired somehow by the beauty and by seeing what happens in real life when not everything comes out as we would like it to be. Painting mandalas, again, I have found it's such a, and of course, everything is a fractal of everything else. So painting mandalas is going to show you how you are relating to the world, how you're being in the world. You hear your own thoughts and like, oh, you know, if you're like hard on yourself, you're going to hear it here. If you're able to bring compassion to yourself in general, then it's going to happen here. So it's a beautiful, safe space to explore who you're being in life, to explore your patterns. Okay, so let's do the last one with the last color. Hey, Marlene, hello. This is beautiful. What is happening? I am a mandala artist, among many other things. I'm a lover of higher consciousness and of beauty and the beauty of the universe. And I'm painting here with all of you today. Okay, so let's do this last one now. We're coming here to the very edge. And let's travel. And now, instead of keeping the paper where it is to do this one, I am going to move the paper and place it at an angle that makes it easier for me to draw this brush stroke to come up to result in the shape that I really want. Okay, so I just picked up a lot of paint. This is much easier for me, this way, you'll see. And my hand is shaking, but see? Well, you can see some of these bubbles that are appearing here. This is because I mixed the paint yesterday. I mixed the red with the white to form the gradient. And when you mix paint, it creates bubbles. Anyway, so this is what we have. Let me just clean my brush, and then I'm going to show you. And for those of you who joined, I'm using acrylic paint. Thank you so much. User up 9 blah blah blah. And so I'm cleaning my brush, and I'm going to show you now that flower. And we didn't paint anything in the middle. Let me just paint something in there so that you can see something else, and then I will close this session. I'm going to take these turquoises and a shorter brush, because that is a small space here, small room. Let me just bring it over here again so you can see more clearly. And let me pick up a shorter brush. I will take this one. Actually, let me take another one. Let me do this one. See, this is a shorter brush. Actually, no, this is size 2. I want size 0 from this one. Where is it? I was using it last night. Oh, here it is. This one. This is Tintoretto. I got this one when I was in Spain. I love this brush for shorter brush strokes. I'm going to create a little pattern here. A little. I'm going to move it so that it's easier for me. Okay. And if we wanted to do, we could just do one more thing. We could just leave it like that. I think it's beautiful. Or we can try to we just do even a smaller one, a shorter one inside. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, this is not what I wanted to do, but it's becoming very messy here. Okay, that was a big mess. That's not what I wanted to do, but again, we are seeing what happens in real life when things don't go the way you want them to go. How do you react? Do you react? Do you respond? You respond with, like me right now, with a smile, and especially since you guys are watching me and I'm like supposed to be doing everything perfectly, and now I made a mess there. Hello, Pedro. So you can see, right? Lunar said, I love art. So again, this is, besides being something that, being a practice that helps in so many ways, again, I want to emphasize today that it's a practice for you to be able to observe your own patterns, how you react, how you respond when things don't go the way you want them to go? Who are you being? And that is showing you who you're being in the rest of your world in life. So that is a mess, but yeah, that is Metatron's cube that we might draw another time. And then here we have the merkaba, which I talk about at the beginning of the session today, and it's in the gonna be in part 1 of this life. Yeah, this is again, I talk about this at the beginning of the session about an hour ago, which is in a different video because I had to restart the live because I lost sound somehow. So if you wanna hear about this and watch it some more, you can go to part 1 of this live, which again is gonna be in a different video. It is stunning, yes. Yes, Chelsea, yes. And I will write in the description who I bought this from, because it's someone who makes them by hand with a lot of love and care. He's masterful, obviously, at working with glass. All right, everyone, so I'm just gonna, you can see me, and I just wanna wish everyone a happy new year. Thank you for being here. I hope somehow, even those who just joined or joined for a minute or two, somehow you found something that was useful for you, something beautiful to watch. Maybe you saw me making a mistake. Again, oops, I don't even want to call it a mistake. It is just what happened. The paint didn't go in the place where I wanted it to go. And then how we respond to that, right? How we respond to life when things don't go the way we want them to go. All right, let me see. Yes, I will put the link, the link to the first live that I did earlier today, and to the man who makes these beautiful crystal structures. All right, everyone, much love. Have a beautiful rest of your day, your Saturday, or if you're watching this another day, enjoy. And again, look at how you're responding to life with anything, because that is how you're responding to life, to everything. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Lunar. Thank you, Chelsea, and everyone else. Bye-bye.